Hey, what's going on guys, J-Mac here. Today's video is going to be on a XP/damage buffing ZDPS Witch Doctor build. This is really strictly for experience runs. I would not recommend this for pushing greater rifts, or even gym leveling for that matter. But you bring as many damage buffs as you possibly can, and Witch Doctor has a ton of them, and then you wear all the experience gear possible. And in patch 2.3, experience on your gear is shared amongst the party, so you're buffing the entire party's experience by doing this. In my opinion, this is best paired with a ZDPS healing monk as well, so the monk can bring healing to the group, toughness, and then pull mobs together so you don't have to worry about doing that, and you can just strictly buff damage. First up, let's take a look at the abilities. Haunt, Poison the Spirit. This will give us 20% additional damage against affected enemies, and the Grim Reaper Mimics will also apply this buff. This is a good way to make sure we have really high uptime on the Grim Reaper Mimics, and this will proc the fetishes from the Belt of Transcendence. Piranha's Wave of Mutilation. If you're running with a healer monk, you don't need Paranado to pull things together, so this is much better. You're going to hit more mobs with it. It has a much shorter cooldown, so it's going to apply the 15% increased damage. It'll also apply 2-piece Helltooth, which is 20% increased damage, and it will proc Strong Arm Bracers for the group. Big Bad Voodoo Slam Dance, 30% more damage, 20% more attack speed. Very high uptime on this. You'll have it for basically every pack. The Fetish Sycophants from the Belt of Transcendence will be proccing the SMK, Star Metal Kukri, in the cube to then reduce the cooldown of Big Bad Voodoo. Spirit Walk Jaunt, movement speed more than anything, and also just to make sure you don't die to bad champion affixes. Mass Confusion Paranoia, 20% more damage. And again, the Grim Reaper Mimics will also apply this debuff. Summon Zombie Dogs Chilled to the Bone, 15% increased damage. This will also apply 2-piece Helltooth. Really very good for single target. It's not going to be applied to everything all the time in large groups of mobs, but I still think it's the best option in that slot. Swampland Attunement, you're going to be pulling tons of mobs together. I'm currently running Thing of the Deep to amplify this effect even more. Bad Medicine, 25% reduced damage for the party between spamming Wave of Mutilation and Poison Spirit. You have very high uptime on this. Grave Injustice, mostly for the cooldown reduction. And then Spirit Vessel for a second life, just in case something does kill you. As far as a 5th passive with Hellfire Amulet, I think there's 3 options. The best one in my opinion is Fierce Loyalty, for some more movement speed so you can keep up with the monks and barbarians. Other options would be Creeping Death, so that your haunts and piranhas last almost forever. And then the other option, and what I'm currently running, is Tribal Rites, mainly to reduce the cooldown of Mass Confusion more than anything else, but it also does reduce the cooldown of Summon Zombie Dogs and Big Bad Voodoo. Another option in place of Summon Zombie Dogs would be Hex, Jinx, but I'm not a big fan of it because the enemies only take the damage while they're hexed, and with the CC changes in this patch, they aren't really hexed all that often. Next up, let's take a look at the gear. And what you really want to look out for as far as stat priorities is Vitality, Armor, and cooldown reduction. And then all resist. And if you can get Dexterity or Strength as a main stat on your pieces of gear, go for that instead of Intelligence. So we're running 2-piece Borns. We've got the Weapon and the Shoulders, and then the Ring of Royal Grandeur in the cube to get the 10% CDR and 20% bonus XP. We're running 2-piece Canes, Gloves, and Pants, and then again the Rog giving us 50% bonus experience. 2-piece Helltooth, Boots, and Chest. And in this build, when we hit things with Piranhas or Zombie Dogs, enemies are going to take 20% increased damage from all sources, so it's buffing the entire party. Thing of the Deep is the offhand. I like the 20 pickup radius. Other options would be Henry's Perquisition or Storm Shield. Running both XP rings, Hellfire Ring with 45% bonus XP, and then the Leoric Signet with bonus XP as well. The Belt of Transcendence, again, these fetishes are gonna proc our Star Metal Kukri's effect to reduce the cooldown of Big Bad Voodoo Slam Dance. Strong Arm Bracers for up to 30% more damage, being applied by Wave of Mutilation. The Hellfire Amulet with Tribal Rites. Then we've got the Grim Reaper with a bonus XP gem in the helm. And the Mimics are going to cast our 3 buffs on the bar: Poison Spirit, Piranhas, and Mass Confusion. As far as legendary gems go, Molten Wildebeest Gizzard and Esoteric Alteration for defense, and then the Gem of Efficacious Toxin applying that 10% increased damage, which buffs the entire party yet again. As for the Kanai's cube abilities, the Star Metal Kukri, again reducing the cooldown of Big Bad Voodoo's Slam Dance, the Lorix Crown, which is going to increase the effect of our Experience Gem, thus buffing the XP of the entire party more, and then Ring of Royal Grandeur, again to get our 3-piece Canes and 3-piece Borns. Paragon points wise, get your movement speed, then go Vitality. Offense wise, cooldown reduction first, then probably attack speed, crit chance, crit damage. Defense, armor percentage, life percentage, all resist, life regen. Utility, resource cost reduction, life on hit, area damage, gold find. One other thing to keep in mind is that I'm running Vitality gems in my gear. You could also go for all resist gems if you preferred that. So there you go, guys. There's the build. I hope you enjoy it. ZDPS is definitely not dead in Season 4 for Witch Doctor. It's just not good for pushing Greater Rifts, but it's great for XP runs. And this gives you an alternative to running Helltooth, which at the moment Helltooth lags very much in 60+ Greater Rifts. And a lot of people don't like running Carnival, so this gives you an option that does not gimp the group whatsoever. So anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.